Bonjour. Welcome to the latest episode of Indian Way with Johnny R, the podcast that records live from the southern shore of the mighty Red Lake. And I'm your host, Johnny R. Obviously, it is, I don't even know what day it is, but we were coming off what is it called? We were in quarantine because one of my kids was a close contact with a positive last week. So we are just now coming off of that, and it was a stressful week, you know, with especially with a house full of kids. There's eight little ones here, my 15-year-old son, and my wife and I. It was pretty well, now that I think about it, it's not as bad as it could have been. You know, it's just with a couple of our kids had a started developing a cough while we were in quarantine, and which was a concern. So uh, our daughter that was in close contact took a test. I think it was Thursday or Friday, and she was considered a she was in contact the Tuesday before that. So 3 days. They give her initial test, which would turn out negative, and that was still a big concern for us because the I don't know if somebody's positive, they don't show up positive, and I don't know how that works, but it was a concern for us. So we took her. Well, my wife took her in again yesterday. Was that yesterday? I don't know, but she took her back in for a second test, and that was negative. And with that, my wife also took a test because she hasn't been feeling well. Uh, and two of my other kids. So three of our kids and my wife all tested negative. So that doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, because the numbers in the Red Lake Nation right now are the highest they've ever been. I think the last count was 153 positive, which was over the weekend. So, and it's probably going to keep climbing. They shut the school down for I think last Friday. No, I think last Friday was the last day of school, and they'll go back on the 29th, I believe. So a total of what is that? 16, 17 days. And so hopefully that will keep the numbers down a little bit, but it's still a concern. There's a lot of us that are vulnerable, we'll say. Myself, I'm diabetic, I got high blood pressure and high cholesterol, asthma. So there's always a concern, because my wife has been worried about me the last month or so, especially with me working in a school. So, but so far so good. But it just I don't think we'll ever be out of the woods with the coronavirus concern. So it's just take it one day at a time. Thankful our kids and my wife tested negative, and we'll just keep it on, like the great Joe Dirt said. But yeah, other than that, I'm just I'm at a point right now where I don't know if it's just the weather or reading the writing on the wall, but my love for comedy, for performing, has been dwindling. No, it's been like that probably through the whole coronavirus, the whole pandemic, and not being able to find a groove with performing. I haven't had a decent show since February of 2020, and what is that? 20 months. 20 months of not reaching my level of success that I want. And I've had shows since then, but it's just not the same. So it it seems like seems like Mean Comedy have run its course, and it's maybe time to try something else, which I'm starting to do today. I'm gonna get back into writing, and I don't know if those of you um know, but what is today? November is National Novel Writing Month. And I've been trying to do this for about 12 years now. And I get started, I get about 5, 10 pages in, and I run out of time and stuff. So I think today, I think every night instead of recording a podcast, I'm gonna start writing more. I don't know what I'm gonna write about. There are so many topics that I want to discuss, but it would feel like an attack, like an attack on the niche. It's growing up around here. I've experienced a lot of not nice things, and to bring those to light, it would probably cause some friction within the community. And fuck it, maybe I'll just do it anyway. Shit. I don't. Maybe I just will. Maybe that's what I just need to get it off my chest. Growing up around here, um, it's hard to uh to succeed around here, to be seen as a success around here if you don't play basketball. And I play basketball, and I use the word play lightly. Use the term play lightly because yeah, I rode the bench and just pretty much cheered on my friends playing basketball. And that's the thing around here, man. You gotta be really good at basketball and to matter. We have kids that have succeeded and went to college and got their degree, come back, and they're still not as celebrated as our Red Lake Warriors. And that's the culture that maybe we have to change a little bit. So, it's it's sounds like sounds like I'm being bitter at not being able to succeed at basketball, but that's not what it is. I just want the whole place to the whole Red Lake Nation to succeed. It's been a long time since we've been able to rally around anything. I think the last time we really came together as a community was when the girls went to state in 2020. And it's been a while since the communities come together. Pandemic and all, everybody having to stay home, but there's a lot of things to be proud of from being here. I've read the book by Anton Troy, Warrior Nation, a couple times, and a lot of those things in there, uh, they seem like they should be celebrated more because there's a lot of names that were familiar to me that I know that I didn't things I didn't know about them. Like the late Lee Cook, he just passed away here. It was a couple weeks ago. Um, reading his story, Dalton Walker of Indian Country Today wrote a story about Lee Cook, and I was just amazed. The a man like that from the Red Lake Nation to be such a huge success out in the world. Working for the administration, president of the Museum of what is that called? American Indian Museum, whatever, in Washington D.C. Um, you know, why aren't we celebrating um, success stories like that? You know, seems like we don't do that until after they pass away. We've had a lot of strong leaders in the Red Lake Nation that seem to be not celebrated. We got everywhere else you go there's like they name buildings or fields or you know what is it like programs after leaders or community members that made a huge impact on their communities, and we don't have that here. I don't know if we're just trying to be too humble, or we're just not down to celebrate our own people. That's got to change. It's just something that it's hard for these young ones to believe they can succeed if those that came before them were successful but are not celebrated by our community today. It's just like Roger Jourdain, the first chairman of the Red Lake Nation. You don't really see much plastered around here about it. You'd think there would be, like even the Chiefs from like 1889, or what is that? 18 was that the Old Crossing Treaty? All those chiefs that made huge impacts on the that put us where we are today. There's not a lot of monuments. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. Monuments. I've talked about it before. Where why don't we have uh like I suppose monuments to show where the big battles were in the Red Lake Nation. Um, the book Warrior Nation. It details a lot of those battles, but there aren't any historical markers. You know, we don't know. We hear about it, but there's no where to acknowledge it. I know the Old Crossing Treaty. They have a monument out there because that's not. I don't know if that's Red Lake territory anymore or tribal lands. I'm gonna have to read more about that. But there's just so much more that we can do. I don't know if it's the our leaders have to embrace the technology that we have right now. That's the main thing. We got all of these tools, all of these ways to get information out to capitalize on what we have here. It's just not taken advantage of. You know, I don't know when that'll happen. I don't know if uh, the tribal council just got a YouTube page last year. Um, I know that they've had a Facebook page. I don't know. They don't have a Twitter handle, a Twitter page, or what are the other ones? Instagram. It just man, it seems it seems like the whole world is passing us by. Because I don't know if it's just because we're way up north, way up in the woods of northern Minnesota, but that's just what I was thinking. Where what are we gonna do? People don't know we exist, and we gotta make use of these tools that we have. And but I don't know where I was going with that. I don't even know how I start talking about that. But yeah, that's just what I was thinking. But what do I know? It just has me thinking about where I want to go, what I want to do, and what I want for my family. And again, maybe it's just the weather. I don't know. It was pretty nice out yesterday. Well, all weekend really. But it seems like when it gets cloudy out, I get into a funk. I don't. That's I should see somebody about that, but nah, I won't. I don't need to. But I don't know what I was talking about. But I was watching some of the footage on that Kyle Rittenhouse trial, and that just has me thinking about, it was 17, was he 17, 16, 17 out there with an AR-15, trying to protect whatever. But yet the army still, the military still sends 17, 18, 19-year-olds out to war and expect them to know what to do. Even though they get, the military does train the soldiers, but the whole mental thing isn't addressed. Me, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't feel bad for that kid at all, man. He made his own decision, and he ended some lives because of his stupid decisions. He should be found guilty. He discharged a weapon and ended some lives. So he needs to pay for that, regardless of how old he was or what kind of mental state he was in. Just like I was reading, there was a mental or a behavioral. What is the term? A Somebody who was under supervision of a behavioral health institute, and he was did something he wasn't supposed to do and charged with it, but then they said he can't be held accountable because of his mental state. And I don't know, that just doesn't seem right to me. But again, what do I should just name the podcast, What Do I Know? I don't know where I'm trying to get with that, but there's just a lot of things that I don't understand, or probably will never get, because I'm not a privileged individual. Everything I have is was pretty much work my little buns off for. All this equipment I have here. Although there was some money donated by some comedy friends like Joey Clift and Adrian Chelapa. They helped me get this laptop, which to them and others. But everything else, I bought on my own money. This arm, this microphone. Well, actually, this microphone too was Christmas gift from my daughter. So everything I just said was a lie. Everything is no, I'm just not given to me. But yeah, the Sopranos pictures, my own. The Bada Bing sign I bought on my own. My E. Jourdain Jr. calendar I bought on my own. All my books there. See all my books? All my books I have to read pretty soon to get smart. Hold on, I got a call. Hello. I'm just kidding. That was dumb. Dumb as hell. That's part of my thing, man. Dumb as hell. That's the thing about comedy. I'm very self-conscious about my comedy. It's just one of those things that being Indianish, I suppose we call it in the niche. I'm not humble. I'm just self-conscious about my comedy career, and that keeps me from promoting myself. You know, it's like you know I've been doing this for where am I at now? 12 years in, and I just can't get it in my brain to you need to push your comedy, push your business. You got to put it in people's. But I consider that being pesty. That's you know it's just I don't want to be a pest, and that's kept me from getting to where I think I need to be. I won't be relentless in shoving my comedy on anybody, and that's probably why I'm not a big name, or maybe I'm just not funny, but maybe I'm annoying. I know Johnny, our comedy is an acquired taste, and I can get pretty annoying. There are times where I've been booked and I got paid a lot of money, where I felt that, I don't know what happened. They're just, I feed off the crowd, and just like, it's like it's like wrestling, man. You gotta feed that, you gotta feel that energy, you gotta give it right back. And sometimes a lot of the places I've performed didn't give off that energy, so there's nothing I could feed off, and I just end up rambling like an idiot, like I am right now. And to think about comedy, I just don't. I don't have all the tools mentally to push push me to that next level. And that's probably hurt me and hurt my career. And that's probably why I'm about ready to retire after 12 years. It's just, I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to be a pest. I don't want to be, I remember I was sitting at this one meeting. I was getting booked and we were just going over the details and they were talking about this pretty famous, comedy act. You know, the guys are, talking amongst themselves and said, that so and so called again. Yeah, they call every month. It's just, and they were saying, we can't find anything for them yet. We'll just, but it seemed like a um a nuisance. They seem like a nuisance, but that's just how you do it, man. You gotta be relentless in promoting yourself, and that's just something I cannot do. So it just hinders my career, and that's why I am the way I am. Growing up on the Red Lake Reservation, you not stay humble, but you have to be humbled. I don't know it's really hard to describe, especially with me. You know, it's really a mind fuck to try and get out there and, you know, put your I don't know, impose your will on others to book you. And I'll set out an email, and when I was doing it, they tell me, well, yeah, do you have a electronic press kit? And what the fuck is that? They told me that 10 years ago and I still haven't done it yet. And I don't know, maybe that's just what kept me back, but I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep writing. And, it's just one of those things where being a Red Laker, man, it's tough trying to be somebody, but had a lot of fun doing it. Maybe there's something else out there for me. Maybe I'll just be a full-time adult, pay my bills and get that medical and dental and life insurance and live a comfortable life. Well, not comfortable, but it's yeah, because I can't get up and go do comedy like I used to. I have responsibilities at home because I know I was supposed to go somewhere next week, but and I can't get away. It's just go down there for 5 hours, do a couple hours show, come back get up the next morning, go to work. It's just not feasible for me now. Even if they did pay me a big, well, if they pay me a big chunk of money, I'd do it. But I need guaranteed money to get up and sacrifice that time, and then I don't have that time anymore. Just making adult decisions. I have kids and family and all that stuff to worry about, especially with this coronavirus. It's not going away anytime soon, and that's another factor where I have to really be mindful of my family, and it's just not worth it going out anymore. I've had a couple offers to go travel, but I can't do that anymore. I'm a grown man, and I'm just not able to get up and go anymore. Because there was a time, a couple of years ago, I could give me a couple of days notice, I could make it happen. But now I can't do it. I think I need to go back to being behind the scenes, get back into producing and writing and all that good stuff. But we'll see. I don't know where I was going. I don't even know how the hell I came upon this topic, but shit. I think that's all I got. So Miigwech for listening, Miigwech for watching, and then we'll just try and put out more episodes regularly since I have my old spot back. Looking pretty good here, huh? Oh yeah. But yeah, Miigwech for listening. Big wish for watching. Oh.